Greetings. Welcome to Basketball Talk with Seth Chillers. Hey, you see what's above me? Want to talk a little bit about the game tonight, Game 2, Grizzlies, Spurs. I called it. I knew that was going to be the Western Conference Finals matchup, and now we got to go ahead and get to it. Game 1, simple and plain. Spurs played a great basketball game. The Grizz played one of their worst defensive games of the season. They got blew out. They got bumped, as we say in the M or whatever. So simple and plain, man. There's some of the things that the Grizz have to do tonight to win. When I say simple and plain, it's this simple. It comes down to two things to me. Defensively, you have to stop the penetration. And the way you do that, you need to start the game off with Tony Allen guarding Tony Parker. What the Spurs like to do, what they did do in Game 1, they was breaking down out off a pick and roll, or Parker was just breaking down his man, and mainly was Michael Conley Jr. Breaking the man down, getting in the lane. You got the rotation, you got the help, kick the ball out to an open shooter. If somebody did recover there, swing it one time, swing it two times, got an open jump shot. So the most important thing we have to do, simple. It's man versus man in this. It's all that matchups. I don't care if Tony Allen gonna get in foul trouble, because we don't need his offense, but what we do need is him to stymie Tony Parker while he's on the floor. Put Tony Allen on Tony Parker to start the game off. Tell him to be physical, but don't be too physical. You don't want him to get in foul trouble, but if he does get in foul trouble, it happens, put somebody else in. But we need to go out there, and I'm talking about go at Tony Parker on the defensive end. Offensively, you got to have the big men going. I want to give a shout out to Coupon for having a big time game, especially the little stretch where he scored those 8 points and got the game back close, you know what I'm saying, Game 1. But any person who plays the position 3, 2, or 1 for the Memphis Grizzlies, 3, 2, or 1, that means small forward, 2 guard, shooting guard, or point guard, do not need to lead the Grizzlies in shot attempts. Maybe in field goal attempts. Maybe in free throw attempts, but not in shot attempts, not in field goal attempts. The field goal attempts need to come from the 4-5 position, and not just a 4-5 position. They need to come from Zach Randolph, Zebo, aka ZBZ, or Big Marc Gasol. Some folk call him Big Spain. The more shots they take, the better. Now this is why. The Grizzlies, just like how you compare them to a ground and pound type of football team or whatever, man, you have to establish what you do. The running game is what ground and pound teams do. Going down low in the paint is what the Grizz do. The Grizz need to run more, maybe big on big screens, like they tried to run the high-low, but the high-low wasn't working. And the only reason high-low wasn't working because, so you spread the flow out. You usually got Mark at the high because he got a better jump shot. He's a better passer than Zebo. And Zebo is a better low post scorer. So the high-low working, but you have the two. Let's say you have a 2 guard in the corner. That 2 guard was usually Tony Allen, and whoever was guarding him, be that Manu or whoever, they will be helping down once they see, okay, they trying to go high-low. So we need to do some big on big screens. We need to do more, maybe Tayshaun running the point or the pick and roll, because it's like this. If Tayshaun running pick and roll, Kawhi Leonard is a good player, but Kawhi Leonard guard Tayshaun. You run a pick and roll with Zebo. You pick and roll, they switch. Okay, guess what? Hopefully we got Zebo with Kawhi Leonard on him. Make sense? Do that, maybe get a quick pass down low, and then Zebo got to go quick. But that's the main thing. I don't have any problem with Conley shooting. I was talking to a close friend of mine, and he is a diehard Spurs fan from Memphis. And he saw some good stuff. It's like this: 1 game or 2 that the Grizzlies going to win, they have to probably make some outside jump shots, maybe about 10 threes. That is, I believe them. It makes sense. But this game here, this bounce back game that we're going to have, that's not going to be the case. It's like this. We need to make the Spurs make the best players beat us. but we can't allow them to. But like when you got Kawhi Leonard, Danny Green, Matt Bonner, you know what I'm saying, making threes, making damn near uncontested 3-pointers, you can't beat them. But let's let Tim go to work down low. You know what I'm saying? Let's see what Tony Parker gonna do with Tony Allen on him the whole game. Let's see what Manu Ginobili gonna do. You know, now that's the thing. That's the only thing I'm scared of. Manu on the floor with Tony Parker, with Kawhi Leonard, because in my personal opinion, even though Michael Conley Jr. was second team all defense, he's a liability on defense. When I say he's a liability on ball defender, meaning he can guard Tony Parker at times, but more times not, he's gonna get beaten off the dribble. And he not rough, and he not rough on some, all right, I'm gonna foul you, I'm gonna make you not want to keep on bringing it to me. So, you know, we had an issue, like the issue that the Spurs could pose against us, the same type of issue that Oklahoma City posed against us in 2011. However, I really believe Tony is that much better. Plus, we have somebody like a Tayshaun, who he was something like a Battier, but he's longer. He can actually be a shot blocker if necessary. We have a better defensive team. The defensive effort has to be there, but more importantly, the matchup has to be there. Start the game off Tony Allen on Tony Parker. If we start the game off with Tony Allen on Tony Parker, as well as, like I say, force it down low, but don't force it down low on the high-low stuff, because the Spurs are playing to stop the high-low, unless we start doing some things where we get some backdoor cuts, or we start doing some things where, you know, whoever is helping off of Tony Allen, okay, they want to do that, we may have to take Tony out of the game a little bit and put in Jared Bayless, shoot a jumper or two. You know what I'm saying? But like the high-low game, they refuse to let you do it. Like they run some big and big cuts down low, some big and big screens down low, a la old school Utah Jazz, or run some big and little screens down low, a la old school Utah Jazz. Do something different to get the ball down. The ball has to go down low, but us just saying, okay, we're gonna go to the wing, we're gonna feed it down low, it's not gonna work, because the Spurs are gonna pack it in. We gotta do something to get movement down there with the point guard, with Tayshaun with the ball in his hands, or whoever can have the ball in their hands. We just have to have movement down low while doing it. If the Grizz do these things, plus as well as, you know, of course, they gotta have better defensive rotations, because you can't be the team that goes 14 for 29 from 3-point range. Got to play better on the defensive end, but I believe we'll play better on the defensive end if we stop the high ball screen, stop all the penetration, and that starts with Tony Parker. Tony Allen on Tony Parker is the main thing, and then feed the ball down low to Zach and Big Mark in some unorthodox ways. Not unorthodox meaning like it's something that's hybrid out the box, is something that we hadn't done before. The high-low worked effectively against OKC. The high-low worked effectively against the Clippers. The high-low will and did work somewhat effectively at times against the Spurs, but it's not going to work as effectively when you have Thiago Splitter and Tim Duncan down there. One more key to me to this game. Let's get Thiago Splitter in foul trouble. Whoever he's guarding needs to be the person getting the ball at the beginning of the game. So, like, this is a strategy you need to use. Big and big screens, big little screens, maybe some different pick and rolls. You know what I'm saying? Tayshaun running pick and roll with Zebo, Tayshaun running pick and roll with Mark. But whatever it is, whoever Thiago Splitter is guarding, get that man the basketball. The sooner we can get Thiago Splitter out the game, the sooner we can get Matt Bonner in. Matt Bonner, yes, he is a deadly 3-point shooter, but the thing is, he is a liability on defense, and he cannot rebound over us. Let's get him in the game quickly. Let's make him beat us. Make him beat us, sure. I mean, if he go 5 for 5 3-point range again, well, damn it, you tip your hat, you keep it moving. But Matt Bonner comes off the bench for a reason. Matt Bonner is known as a 3-point shooter for a reason. Matt Bonner is nothing more than Matt Bullock from back in the day. If y'all know about big guys that can shoot, he's nothing more than maybe, now I won't even say he's a Jack Sigma or Bill Lane Beer, but because he's not as tough as those guys. But offensively, that's what he is. A big guy that can shoot, that can spread the floor. Man, if that shot going down is a problem. If it's not going down, then he is non-effective. He's inefficient. So let's say he come in the game and it's not going down. Guess what they're going to next? Boris Diaw. Boris Diaw can't guard me on the low block. Man, I want you all to comment rate, subscribe, you know, do anything you need. The track that you hear is by my line brother Chuck Trey. I'm gonna provide you with his Twitter address. Please follow him on Twitter if you like his beats or whatever. Please follow me on Twitter as well. I'm providing all sorts of sports commentary from basketball, football, boxing, what have you. Thanks again, and I'm out of here.